It is Friday, y'all. I've never been so grateful to see a Friday. Happy Friday, everyone who is tuning in today. It is Six Figure Real Estate University back live and in action today. We have been gone for a little vacation, a couple of weeks here. Hello, I see people popping on. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a information field interview today that I'm so excited about. You guys, please drop your comments below, ask your questions. I want to make sure we are engaging with you, getting all your questions answered. Hi, Latoya. Who is that? Latoya. Hi, Latoya. Thank you for joining us. So appreciative to have you guys here on board. I'm going to be talking today about rates. I'm going to be talking today about different types of financing that you can offer to your clients, you agents out there. I'm going to be talking today about a new loan product that we are introducing today with my special guest, Miss Lacey Jones of Ambition Funding Group. Lacey, I'm so glad to have you today on board with the Six Figure Real Estate University. Hi,
Hello, everyone. Hi, Keisha.
how are you today?
I'm doing amazing. It's Friday. The weather is good. Hey, I'm feeling blessed. How are you?
I know that's right. I know that's right. Well, you're the it girl this week. Everybody needs to talk to you. Like we gonna jump right in. So I
Let's
hope you're
go.
ready.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Like what a race this week? Because that's the question I get every time I pick up my phone. What are the interest rates? What are the interest rates? So
What? Yeah.
what are the rates this week?
Okay, so I pulled them actually right before we hopped on, just so I could have the most current averages. So on a
Okay.
30-year fix, we're looking at about 5.2 average. On a 15-year, 4.34 average. And
Okay.
on a arm, we're at 3.89. And I know we'll dig into that
Ooh,
in
ooh,
a little
ooh, we're
later.
gonna talk about
Of course, those are
oh.
averages, so it's going to depend on the credit score, your debt to income ratio, all of those other things, but those are our average rates right now.
Okay, okay. Well, I'll just tell you guys a little bit about Miss Lacey here. She is the owner operator of Ambition Funding Group. They do traditional mortgages, and they also have something special for you investors as well. So she's a mixed bag of everything that you possibly need to get financed to get into home ownership, investment properties. So I'm so excited to have her. We have a question here. Will this video be available after the live broadcast? Yes, it will be available. You can go to my page and see it and still comment on it. Any question I can't answer, I'll get Lacey here to answer it. So thank you. Hi, Gerard. But she has everything. Tell us a little bit about Ambition Funding Group, Lacey.
Yeah, so Ambition Funding Group is my baby, of course. I actually started off at the age of 23 back in 2006 as a mortgage brokerage or mortgage broker. And the market crashed, of course. And so about 4 years ago, I got back in. So this is a labor of love and the great return, right? And so we specialize in all of your traditional products, but because I experienced the crash, I wanted to make sure that we were diversified in our products so that we were able to sustain through any type of economy and be able to help a wide range of borrowers. So while we do your FHA, your conventional, your VA, all of those things, we also specialize in self-employed borrowers. So your stated bank statement programs, as well as investor products for buy and holds, as well as fix and flips.
That is so exciting to hear because you never know when things are going to take a dip or upturn in the economy. So the fact that you've already made plans and have products for no matter what type of economy we're in, that really excites me. So let's start with our self-employed borrowers. What type of products do you have for them, and what exactly are the terms of engagement?
Okay. All right. So these products are near and dear to my heart because I remember my husband and I trying to purchase our first home, and both of us being self-employed and having to do it a couple times, and not knowing anything. There are just so many different things that you have to have to get this going. And most of it is pre-work, right? Most people don't even
Right.
understand what they need to do before they show up and say, hey, I want to purchase a home. So we have your traditional products, so we're able to do self-employed borrowers through FHA, conventional, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, traditional outlets. With those outlets, you will need tax returns. Okay. So
Yeah.
2 years tax returns. In special cases, we can use 1 year. We have to have 2 years of self-employed, and we have to be able to prove that.
Okay.
Outside of those products, we have your non-traditional, we call them non-QM products, which are your bank statement loans. And those
Tell us about
particular,
this bank statement loan because
yes, yeah,
a lot of lenders have went away from we call them stated loans. A lot of
uh-huh.
lenders are not doing those anymore post pandemic. So tell us a little bit more about those because I have a lot of self-employed people that are not that great with keeping up with the taxes and filing like
Exactly.
they're supposed to. So
Hmm.
tell us how we can get those folks into a product that works for them.
Right. It's a great product. And I tell people all the time, you're either going to lay off of your expenses on your taxes and have a huge tax liability,
Mhm.
just for the sake of qualifying. Some people do, or you can put more money down and avoid mortgage insurance. So with the bank statement loan, we're going to look at 12 months or 24 months. And I even have a program where we can look at 3 to 6 months of bank statements. The difference in those different collection amounts of the bank statements is going to be a hit to the rate. So the more bank statements you give me, the lower your rate is going to be. With this,
Oh,
yeah. So the more documentation, the more the less the money is going to cost, and that's just across the board for all products.
okay.
And so we're going to collect those. We need 2 years of being in business, and we're going to look at your Secretary of State, your licensing for that. We're going to take your bank statements and we're going to average your deposits. If you present a personal bank statement, then we're going to use 100% of those deposits because we're looking at it that you paid yourself, however. Now, if you give us a business bank account, we're going to use 50% of those deposits unless you provide a CPA letter saying that your expense factor is lower. But we can, we can get into that.
Okay, okay, gotcha, gotcha. So the more documentation you can provide, the better interest rate you're actually going to get
Yes.
going for that type of loan. Is there a specific name for that loan that your group uses, or is it just stated loans?
So we call it the Ambition Suite,
Okay.
and those are the so ambition, hard work is for my self-employed people. I name my company that because it's the essence of who I am and the people that I like to work with. And
Okay.
so it's the Ambition Suite. And so we have the Ambition Loan. So we're going to get into that as well. That's for our
I'm really excited
new
about that.
investors and seasoned investors. But yeah, so the Ambition Suite of loans.
Yeah, and that's a great a pathway into that. I wanted to talk about that. And the product I was telling you guys about that we're presenting today is the Ambition Loan, which I'm super excited about, which
Yeah.
Lacey has put together with her company. And it's for those people who are looking to get investment properties, who have not traditionally been investors, but who have money, who may work a 9 to 5, and they're dipping their toe into, let's say, the short term rental space, Airbnb space. So tell us about the Ambition Loan and tell us the requirements. I'm excited about this. This is awesome.
Yes, 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 yes. So you know that our email exchange, I did find out that they did bring the 15% back. So I'll start from the beginning and then we'll get there. I know.
Hey,
I was
yes,
like, yes, okay. So with the Ambition Loan, it is for investors. It is a buy and hold product, which means that you're going to purchase a property and you're going to keep it and you're going to rent it for income. This particular product, let's just dive into what you need. Like to qualify for it, all I need is a 660 credit score, and that's 20% down. If you have a 680 or above, then we're able to put 15% down, which is major for investment.
I was about to
Um,
say, let me stop you, Lacey. Do you guys know how huge that is to be
yeah.
able to put 15% down on an investor loan?
Hmm.
The going now is 20%, sometimes 25%, depending upon which lender you decide to go with. So 15% is huge, and that's a huge savings to you to be able to get your foot in the door of investing. That is huge.
Yeah, and also the biggest thing too, like, is we don't require any income on the application. We don't care how much you make. Okay. So I don't need your W-2s, I don't need your bank statement. Well, I do need your bank statements, but not to calculate your income, just to present your closing costs, and us to show your capability to close and put the money down.
So that's
Um,
like a hard money loan, something
no, it's
like. It's not
it's
okay. So it's still
It's
traditional.
fully amortized over 30 years. We even have a 40-year option. So this is a buy and hold product. Yeah, this is not, we give you 18 months to flip it into something else. This is a long-term product.
Okay.
The basis
Any
of it is for,
prepayment penalties on that?
yes. So you can get depending on the rate you choose, it'll be a 1 year. You could go 1 to 3 years on a prepayment.
Okay,
Yeah, so
gotcha.
it's not extensive, but there are prepayment penalties for this particular, and the reason is because this particular investor created this product for buying holes to build out your rental portfolio. So it's for
Yeah,
people who are not trying to flip, and so the prepayment penalty is to discourage that, right?
gotcha.
Flipping the property. And so we're going to look at it. We're going to do an appraisal. And with the appraisal, our 1007 is going to tell us how this property will perform on the rental market. And as long as the appraiser says that the rents are going to be for this, or what they can be, lines up with your mortgage payment, then it's a go. Those are the only things that we're looking for.
So my question with that is always this, because everybody knows I am huge into Airbnb. I have multiple Airbnbs, and when I go for on the hard money side of things, when I've went for loans in the past, they can never use the Airbnb rental rates in the area, which is always double or sometimes triple what traditional rents would be. Does your product allow you to use those Airbnb
If
rates?
you have experience.
Okay.
So you have to have prior experience with Airbnb, be able to prove that you have did the short-term rental with other properties, and then we
Okay.
can use it. Otherwise, if you're a first-time investor, we're going to use the regular rental schedules.
That is so awesome to hear. So if grandma gives me a blessing of $20,000,
Come on,
come
grandma.
on, come through, grandma. If grandma give me a blessing and just puts it in my bank account, and I work a 9 to 5, and let's say I need some more tax write-offs, I can go and apply for this loan, put 15% down now of that loan amount, and instantly become an investor and also have a business going now where I have additional write-offs.
Right.
Is that one that you can put in your business name, or does it have to be in your name?
It can be in your business name. The business does not have to be seasoned. I've closed a couple where they made the LLC specifically for this property.
I love that.
Um, I want to make sure that I add that you have to have a primary residence. So
Okay.
so you have to already have a primary residence. And again, because it's for investors. It's not for a primary residential space. And so, yeah, as long as you're on deed somewhere, you can use this product.
Guys, this is breaking news for you guys who are listening. This is just such a relief to me that this loan even exists, because before, traditionally, when I've gotten hard money loans in the past, I could buy it in my LLC's name, which is great because that's a true tax write-off for my business. But I had to put down 20%, and they are stiff prepayment penalties if you sell before, I think, 5 years. So the fact that hers offers an option of 3 years is awesome, and the amount you get to put down. So if I am a 9 to 5er trying to transition over into the investment world, this is the perfect loan for me to go ahead and use, and I don't even have to show tax returns. Y'all, that is huge. That is absolutely huge. So
And
I'm
you can do
excited.
up to 5. You can do up to 5 with this particular program. It's just so many great features. And if you wanted to research, it's a DSCR. The type of loan that it is, technically a DSCR, a debt service coverage ratio loan.
Say that one more time for the people in the back. What now? How the
It's
loan?
a DSCR, so debt service coverage ratio loan.
Gotcha. We already got one person in here. Lashana says she's in. Count her in. She wants that
Let's
loan.
invest.
So you
Let's
will
do
be
it.
getting some referrals from this broadcast of people who want to get into that business. This is an amazing opportunity to build your rental portfolio out. And what I push on wealth building is having multiple streams of income. Guys, Airbnb is amazing. If you get this loan and do an Airbnb, now you can have multiple streams of income outside of your job because you can get up to 5 in this ambition loan package. 5 properties. Yes. Wow. This is awesome. Yes.
Yeah, it
Wednesday.
is. And I was
This
just so surprised that, like anytime I present it, it's like a light bulb goes off for a lot of people. And so we really have to do a better job of getting this out. So thank you for your platform to be able to present it. Cause I didn't when we know something, we kind of feel, like, okay, we're in the industry. So we think a lot of people know about these types of loans, but they don't. So, you guys are
exactly.
really getting some premium information. So make sure you act upon it.
Now let me I have a question here. Someone's asking, is this does this work for an event space? Is it just residential or will it work for commercial spaces as well?
This is a residential
Okay.
product.
But
Hmm.
I'm sure Lacey has products that work for residential, I mean, for commercial as well that
Yes,
you guys can talk to her about. Her
yes.
contact information will pop up here on the screen. So you will definitely see her information. Lacey and her team are incredible, incredible. She's helpful. She's helped us out in securing our first home. That's awesome. Okay, well, thank you. Who is that Facebook user? I don't know who that is, but
Uh,
so, what I really want to know from you, Lacey, what are your best, I guess, tactics on getting around these high interest rates? You mentioned at the beginning of our live here, adjustable rate mortgages, which everybody is like, oh, about
yes. Hmm. Let's
rates.
look. Let me
Rates
sit up on this one.
good. Rates have been so good the past 10 years. Everybody is really fearful of those adjustable rate mortgages because we remember the wild, wild west before the crash and how
Yes,
those arms messed a lot of people up. So, can you please educate us on that and why we shouldn't be afraid of those?
yes. So knowledge is power. We know, and I think that the misuse of the product has given it a bad reputation, right? But I think now if we're able to educate ourselves better, and so that's what I could do now for you guys. This particular economic situation and rate, situation that we're in right now, the rates are already high, right? Most people who are going into a home right now, and I hear it every single day when I'm locking a rate, like, oh no, I'm going to refinance this as soon as the rates change or the market subsides or levels out or whatever we want to call it.
Yeah.
So why not go into a product where it's fixed for the first 5 years? So with the ARM adjustable rate mortgage,
Hmm.
um, the most popular one is the 5-1, right? So you're going to be fixed for 5 years. It cannot change. It will not move. It is a fixed rate for 5 years. Now, after that 5-year term, then it can adjust every year after that. Not every month, but
Okay.
once a year after that. Now, even with that, there are caps that will be in your contractual agreement that it can't go over this or that, just depending on what our margins and our rate sheets are looking like at that time. But there is a ceiling, so you are protected to a certain extent. But the game plan with like I said earlier, we're talking about 30-year fix at a 5.2, but we can get into an arm at an average of 3.89 right now.
Mm,
You see
mm.
what I'm saying?
Basically, just you're paying interest only, correct?
No, 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 no. This is a fully amortized product. So
Okay.
there's no balloon payments. There's no anything. You're paying principal, interest, taxes, and insurance every single month. So there's no surprise anything at the end of your 30-year term. And so
Okay.
that's another misconception. People think like, oh, it's a balloon. No, it's a fixed. And it's fully amortized just like it would be if you had a fixed rate. The
Got
only difference is after 5 years, your rate can change. But if you
So this is
refinance, then I mean,
these are for our short term buyers that plan to maybe acquire a property, either live there for a short amount of time and then rent it out or do something different, or they plan to refinance at some point. Maybe their credit is not where they need it to be right now, or maybe their finance is not where they need to be. So they need to do a adjustable rate mortgage to have the lower payment in place, and they
Yeah.
plan to refinance at some point or sell within 5 years. So that's best for those folks, correct?
I would say that, and then also right now, like a lot of people who were shopping last quarter, like the last quarter of 2021, like they were pre-qualified at a 3%, and now there is at a 5%, so their buying power went down.
Yeah.
So it's for those people as well who still want to purchase that same level of home, but the interest rate has pushed them out of that,
Okay.
right? With the plans of refinancing within the 5 years, which most people kind of do, right? Unless you buy in a 2% market. If you buy, like for us, we bought when we purchased in 2018, my interest rate was 4.75. That was a good rate then.
Yeah.
It was a
There,
decent rate
and
at
I
the time,
purchased
right?
in 2017 and I got 3.65. So
Uh-huh.
yeah,
So then we creeped up 2018, we was like in the fours. And so in less than 5 years, last year we refinanced into a 2.75. So we
awesome.
weren't in our product and we weren't in an arm either. So, traditionally people are rate shopping around that time anyway. So it's definitely something to research and think about.
Very true. Now, what are the requirements to get into this adjustable rate mortgage?
Same requirements as it is to get into a fixed rate. So
Okay.
nothing different.
Tax returns are required. What's the credit score minimum? Any credit score minimums on that?
So no, so like for just the same as a traditional FHA and conventional loan.
Okay, awesome,
Mhm.
awesome. Lacey, you've given us so much good information today. I'm so grateful that you could take time out of your day. She runs a whole company, y'all, and she sat down with us to give us some good insights, some good details. You guys, that ambition loan is everything. If you're looking to become an investor, to obtain an Airbnb, a rental property, or whatever you're looking to do, that ambition loan is definitely it. Lacey's contact information is here on the screen. So if you guys want to get in touch with her to get your application started, if you want to contact me to be your agent, hey, I'm here, ready
Yes.
to help. And Lacey, again, just thank you so much for your time and this great information.
Yes.
Needs additional information, I'm happy to send it to you. Post your comments, inbox me your email address, and I'll forward you whatever contact information you need for getting in touch with Lacey to get these loans started. Because
Yes,
we're
and
going
thank
to
you. Yeah, and thank you so much. Like I love platforms like this. You're doing an excellent job. I went back and looked at some. I said, "Oh yeah, sis is killing it
thank
and getting
you.
information out here raw and uncut, so that people can ask questions and we can really just dig in." So thank you for inviting me, and I
Thank
look
you.
forward to doing more with you and just educating people because it starts there.
Oh, we're definitely going to be doing some more because I'm going to do some actual classes, some trainings, and I'll
Okay.
definitely have you on because you're a great wealth of knowledge. So we are grateful for you at Six Figure
Yes.
Real Estate University here. So thank you.
Thank you. Mwah.
Well, guys, that concludes our live today with Miss Lacey Jones, Ambition Funding Group. Thank you guys so much for joining. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Now go be great.
Go be great.